Today, we got the teaser for the upcoming Warbond, Control Group. I had expected a new Warbond about this time, and I wasn't sure if it'd be good or not. Some of the last ones have been a little bit lackluster. But, at face value, the Control Group Warbond looks like it could be amazing. The Warbond is basically the Ministry of Defense Research and Development, giving us tons of new toys to play with, and this is very exciting. So, let's talk about it. First, let's talk about the new rifle. At least, I think it's a rifle. It might just be an assault rifle, but I don't know. The new VG-70 variable rifle looks like a very cool rifle with its rotary barrel design, and it has some very cool features as well. First off, it has 3 different firing modes, hence the name variable. Now, the first is just a normal automatic, although it does have 3 different RPM rates, so it's kind of like the tenderizer like that, except it's probably does all kinds of different things. Now, the second is the volley mode. Now, the volley mode is when all 7 barrels fire at once, and in a volley basically, which is pretty cool, and I really like that. Now, each barrel only fires once, and I say that because the third mode is the total mode. Now, the total mode is similar to volley, except I don't know how many rounds are in the rifle, but let's say there's 5 volleys. If there's 5 volleys, you then have only 1 total shot, which the total shot will fire all 5 volleys at one time, which is absolutely nuts. Now, in the release, the teaser thing on Steam, it does say that it will lead to bodily harm if it is fired, and in the trailer even, you can see a Helldiver fired at a Hulk and then fly backwards, assumedly taking a significant amount of damage. But it looks like a very fantastic weapon, and I'm very excited to get my hands on it. Overall, yeah, I think it'll be a pretty good weapon. Now, we also have 3 new stratagems, which is actually pretty crazy to have 3. A new sentry, a new support weapon, and a new backpack. So, and very quickly, I just want to touch on the item count. It is only 15, which is a lot less than specifically Force of Law, and it's about the same as the ones before it. Pretty low number of items. However, while it is in fact low items, I think it's fine being such low items because it is 3 new stratagems. One is a laser turret, which is, we'll talk about that in a minute. One is a plasma support weapon, which again we'll talk about in a minute, which we've needed. And the third is a new backpack with a completely new feature we've never seen. So I am fine with that. Also, the rifle is all kinds of craziness. So it only being 15 items, I'm not upset with. Typically, when it's 15 items, there's not that much stuff. There's a bunch of emotes and all that kind of stuff. But there's actually only 1 emote in this Warbond. So again, I'm fine with it only being 15 items. I do wish it was more, but I think the stuff in it, there is really good stuff. So I do want to go ahead and say that just to point it out, because I know people are going to be complaining about that. But I do think it's okay just because of the stuff we get. So there's that. Now, let's talk about the stratagems. The first of which is the Plas 45 Epoch. Now, this is a shoulder-mounted heavy plasma cannon, which, first off, it can be charged, like the railgun. And if you hold it down too long, like the railgun, it explodes. Now, railgun has a safe mode. The Epoch does not. So you do have to be careful of that, or you will explode and assumedly blow the rifle up, which is cool. We've needed a plasma support weapon forever now, so I'm really glad we're finally getting one. So that is awesome. Now, we're also getting a new sentry, the ALAS 98 laser sentry. Now, I've personally been thinking that we've needed a laser sentry forever, and I'm really happy we're getting one. And based on the way they did it is, so they stated in the the release notes for it, that the laser sentry, instead of having the ammo capacity that typical turrets do, it is fitted with a gigantic heatsink. And in it, it also says that it can fire basically infinitely so long as it doesn't overheat. So basically it's a laser gun. That's kind of the whole thing with it. However, it did say that, and this is very similar to most of the stuff in this Warbond anyways, if it overheats from continuously firing too long, it will explode and kill anyone within a little bit of a range of it, which is, I think it's funny. I do think that's something that's kind of missing with the sentries is, I mean, yes, they shoot you, but this one explodes if it, which is really cool. I really like that. And the final thing, the final stratagem in this Warbond is the Lift 182 Warp Pack. Now, this one is wild. Okay, so basically, the Warp Pack is a harnessed singularity using the dark fluid that allows the user to instantaneously teleport at will by creating wormholes. Now, it also doesn't have a cooldown between uses, so you can basically hop across the map really, really quickly. Now, there's obviously a downside to this, as you can't just get that without obviously giving something up. Now, the thing that it is the singularity can destabilize if used too many times. Meaning, you start to take damage, and then when it's destabilized enough, it explodes, instantly killing the user. So, that's hilarious. I really do think that it's gonna be fun though, because in the trailer for it, you have exploding, like whenever you teleport, it explodes and kills enemies around it, which is also kind of cool. So I am excited about that. So yeah, that's the one I'm most excited about, and I'm probably gonna be making a whole video on just that because it looks awesome. Now, rounding things out, we have the new grenade, which is the G31 art grenade, and from the trailer, it looks good, but not amazing. It's an art grenade. It'll probably be killing teammates more than it's killing actual enemies, but that's arc weapons for you. There's also a new armor set with a new passive, the Adrenal Defibrillator, English, which is, it's actually a pretty crazy passive. So if you are killed, and I'm assuming you don't get dismembered, the passive activates and you are revived from death to full health. However, there is a caveat. You can only do this one time per respawn. Like, you die, you get brought back with the suit, and then if you die again, you just die. And after you've been revived, you take continuous damage after. I don't know how much, probably a little bit, but it's enough that it'll be probably an issue. So that's cool as well. So overall, I am very excited about this new Warbond, and I will of course be reviewing it when it comes out on the 17th. If you want to see that video when it comes out, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss it. And that'll about do it for today. So remember, Helldivers, we're Super Earth and manage democracy. I'll see you next time.